placing the shiny side up. And I decided on a color combo, which will be a turquoise, a radiant red, which is a really bright red, and a medium gray. That was, the turquoise and the gray were hand mixed to be special colors. They're not straight out of the container. So I'm going to use the turquoise on the flowers and pick and choose different areas to print. Slowly turn. If you want to try out Thermofax screens and you don't want to invest in a machine, other than trying out the easy screens first, there are also shops on Etsy that will make a screen for you. It's a little bit more expensive than if you were to make a screen on your own, although you'd have to have the machine. I think typically a sheet of paper size, which is about this size, runs about $10 to $15, whereas I can make them in my studio for $5, but that's because I have the equipment already. So it would be a good idea if you wanted to test it out. You could have a screen made. And then back with the dental tool, scraping the unwanted dots. You can handle it fairly quickly after screen printing because the dots through the Thermofax, because the underglaze is so thick or thicker, it dries pretty quickly. I have cleaned up all the little extra areas that I didn't mean to print, and I have the dots ready to go. And these are going to be red. Oop. I want to make sure I keep them round. Sometimes they want to ovalize. And I do tack down when it's on a side of a cup each dot versus waiting. When you start using the dots on the curved surface is when they start to want to make different types of shapes. So just with a little finessing and patience, you can still make sure they stay round, or as round as possible. This one tends to go on a bit thin, which you can already see that it's pretty transparent with that one coat. But typically the 3 coats will be opaque and 1 to 2 transparent. Although some, they do vary depending on their color. And I need to go over it just a little bit with my finger to make sure it's in all of those Thermofax dot crevices. All right, I'll have to let that dry before doing this another coat. The red dots on the mug have dried and I peeled the stencils off. I'm going to clean up that edge with the X-Acto. Essentially just the spots where the dots go over the edge. That's the only color overlapping. Now for the bottom scallop zone. There we have the mug.